Saddle up. It is Wednesday, November 30th, and time for episode 146 of the 359 podcast. My name is Brian, and I'm hanging out here with Ben and Alfred. How's everybody doing today?
It is a great November 30th.
Yes.
As most November 30ths are. Today we're talking about Netflix. You're going to be able to watch stuff offline now. Mm-hmm. You can binge even when you're not connected to the internet. We've got Facebook's Arcade. And a pill that
Farmville.
Oh God, it's actually like better games than Farmville,
yeah.
which is hard to do considering how great Farmville is.
Absolutely.
And then on top of that, a pill that you can take that's it's a digital pill. It's a patent for one that could make your flights easier, but probably much creepier too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll talk about all that stuff and. Yeah, we'll get to the show and send in your questions and comments. We'll get to them at the end of the show. And Alfred will be hosting today, so be nice.
The host with the least. It doesn't rhyme, but...
All right, let's do it.
Okay, and we will start the recording of the podcast in 3, 2...
Welcome to the 359, where we talk about the top tech news of the day and all the other crap we feel like throwing in. I'm Alfred Ng.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
We're leading today with Netflix's announcement this morning that you'll be able to finally download your shows and stream offline, but there's a catch. While the majority of Netflix's original series are available for you to download on your devices, not every show in the catalog is downloadable. Zootopia is, though. This is something that subscribers have been pushing for a while, so, they can watch Netflix on long commutes when they don't have any data. Mm-hmm. So are you going to be using this on your next train ride home, Ben?
Yeah, probably. I mean, we definitely on longer, like rides out to Boston to go visit my in-laws, we use the Amazon offline streaming or offline downloads a lot. So, that's how we use that, and we'll probably cycle in Netflix as well. It makes sense, and to me it's kind of surprising that it took this long for them to do it.
Yeah, it's really helpful with a service that you actually pay for, and then why can't I get this when I don't have data when I'm spending all this money on it? And I've definitely watched shows or basically loaded up an episode and paused it on my phone, waiting for me to go underground, and when it does, it's already loaded on.
Oh, that's a total pain.
I did it in a very, very roundabout way, so this kind of makes it way easier.
Yeah, the only complication for me is, and this is also true for Amazon offline viewing, is that some things you are able to download, other things you aren't. That's mostly because of licensing issues. So as you mentioned, Zootopia, you're not going to be able to do that.
You will be able to watch Zootopia.
Are you sure?
Yes, Zootopia is on it.
I could have sworn I read that you're not able to do the offline downloading. We'll have to find out afterwards.
Zootopia is on it.
All right,
great
fine. Movie. Great movie. I've watched it 30 times
Great movie to
recently.
kill time.
Yeah.
And speaking of killing time, Facebook is making it even easier to get distracted at work as it introduces instant games on your newsfeed and Messenger app. They had mini games before on Messenger, like basketball and soccer, where you kind of just swipe the ball. Mm-hmm. But now it's bringing in full-length titles, so you can play Pac-Man or Galaga, Space Invaders on Facebook. How's anyone going to get any work done now?
I don't know. It'll probably get me to at least try out Facebook Messenger a little bit more often. I don't typically use Messenger, all that much. WhatsApp is in my regular stream of usage. I talk to a lot of my friends on WhatsApp, but Messenger really isn't there yet. Is this going to be something that gets me to start opening it up a little bit more often? Hey, we'll see.
It just adds a competitive element to it for me on Messenger, because in my group chats, they'll tell you when your friends play something in the chat, and then it'll put their high score up. So then it's
that's pretty cool.
Then for me, it's I want to get the high score in this group chat among this group of friends and things like that. So,
yeah, the other thing that I liked was that they were obviously mindful of the fact that notifications, especially from Farmville, were a big pain when they really went crazy into games the last time around. So they're not going to be doing that as much, which I think is really smart, obviously.
Oh, I'm going to invite you to play Pac-Man now so I can get more cherries. So
No!
So British Airways also filed a patent for a smart pill that you can take, and it monitors your body, so it's kind of creepy. Flight attendants will know.
If you need a blanket?
Yeah, if you're too cold, they know your temperature now, they can bring you a blanket. They filed a patent for it, so it's not real yet. But
yeah, but still, okay. And the other idea, this is the other use case potentially is they know you're asleep because of the digital pill you swallowed. So
I wouldn't take a pill just for that though, because you can also walk up ahead and see that I'm asleep.
That's what I was about to say.
I mean, there's cases where I'm pretending to be asleep so I don't have to interact with you. But
oh no,
I do that a lot.
Now they're gonna feed you a meal because they know you're not really asleep. That would be really, really strange.
But yeah, I don't think I'd take the pill for it. I don't know if you would, but
If it's not for medical purposes, why on earth are you doing it? I mean, I don't need a
Makes
pill
it
just
easier.
for a blanket. No, forget it. Terrible idea.
if you want to read more about these stories, check us out on CNET. I'm Alfred Ng.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
Thanks for listening.
Look at that gorgeous graphic.
So everybody's really excited about Netflix. Nobody really cares about anything else.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
duh.
I mean, this is a really
How
big
did it
deal.
take this long to happen? I mean, I don't want to express any hate. I love me my Netflix, but come on.
Sure.
How did this take so long?
So apparently they had some sort of philosophical argument, which ended up being wrong, that eventually Wi-Fi and your data connection would be good enough that you wouldn't actually lose a connection anywhere, and you'd be able to watch Netflix no matter what, anywhere you are.
It was a
which
very
nowadays we know is totally false.
It was a very optimistic view
Of the future.
of how things are going to develop.
Right. And on top of that, this is going back to Joan's story. Joan Salzman wrote the piece today, along with Rich Trenholm. And she said that Netflix has also been pushing into more countries. And so India, for instance, they have much spottier Wi-Fi, much spottier connections. So it also makes a lot more sense in that market to provide offline viewing so that you could actually use Netflix in more places.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't launch some lame marketing thing with the title like Netflix everywhere, like new title
Well,
branding.
they
thing.
did it-
Maybe it's coming.
They did it where it was like Netflix on airplane mode, stuck 20 minutes in the subway mode kind of thing. So it's like you can watch it from anywhere.
Yeah.
I've done it with like Netflix, but I've never been able to, actually. I mean, like the way that I've done it has like the jank way that I do it, where it's just like, oh, let me load this up before I go underground and then do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I feel like it's happened like way too late in the sense where it's
Well, Amazon did it
that
a
too.
year or two ago.
But I've
Yeah,
also
at least a
binged.
year ago.
I've like binged everything that I need to binge on. Like that's
So what
on
you're saying is
Netflix.
now Netflix is officially obsolete. You've out Netflix
I
yourself.
like if they had Seinfeld, I would watch I would download those episodes and watch them on the train. But like otherwise,
There's
like,
always more to watch. Come on. And this also, to me, this makes sense from a strategic perspective that they pushed into a lot of their own licensed shows a long time ago. So, and those are the shows that you're going to be able to like download. So they don't have those licensing issues like they do with other studios. So they have full control over things like House of Cards, or they mostly have full control over House of Cards, Stranger Things, a lot of the documentaries that they've been pushing into. So I think that was smart that they now have their own library that they can decide what to do with.
being able to download it and watch it on your commute definitely helps me when people are saying, "Oh, what do you mean you didn't watch all of Stranger Things yet? It's only like in the first day."
You're making fun of me. What's the matter with you?
I'm always making fun of you, but it's just one of those things where it's like, look, I have like places to go and like things to do.
Oh, sure.
But now I can watch it on my way to places to go and things to do. So I'm probably gonna finish all these shows now.
Look, you pay the monthly subscription. This is a way of actually making it more valuable for people. So why not?
Yeah.
And hey, people are excited about it today as well. They should be. Probably should have happened a little while ago. But I don't think Netflix lost subscribers because of it. If anything, people are just like happier with the service, which is what Netflix wants.
It definitely feels more like a about time update.
Absolutely.
Here's an interesting point that Ben brings up in the chat. Netflix was trying to work with cell providers previously to do free streaming without using data. Anybody know where those talks led or if they've broken down?
I don't know.
They pretty much led nowhere. There was a whole big issue about like net neutrality with Netflix, where they thought they were kind of like the vanguard behind all this, where it's like because it had all these issues with like streaming and how much data that like Netflix takes up. T-Mobile had their whole like stream on kind of
Stream on and
planning.
binge on. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, shoot. Here comes a lawsuit.
but other than that, it hasn't really gone anywhere where it's, all these companies that say, oh, there's unlimited data, but it's not exactly unlimited. And then again, Netflix takes up so much data that did start to become a problem.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, this is
luckily
a good solution.
this skirts the issue a little bit,
Yeah.
which is good. You just download the stuff that you want to watch, and hopefully they'll continue adding stuff.
And
That's
even-
what they said. Is
Even
that
if it's like
the
too much
library will
data, you can
increase.
always like download it like at home on Wi-Fi and then watch
Well,
it
yeah.
on the go.
I mean, that's what I would assume people would want to do, as opposed to like really,
Yeah.
eating up their data plan. So
Totally.
Yeah.
So here's the question. What is the first thing you're going to need to offline binge? Go.
Probably Narcos, just because like
Narcos?
I haven't watched any of it because I didn't have time for it. But now that like I'm on these train rides, my only issue is I don't think my train rides are long enough for me to watch Narcos.
Okay.
I might
Yeah,
I
that's
might
true.
start taking like the local train instead of the express train.
Wow,
just
here
to-
are some real first world problems.
Yeah, totally. I mean, most of what we used Amazon for is for kids shows, so we'll download those. Like I said on the podcast, we'll download those. We'll, throw them at my
Zootopia.
4-year-old. Yeah, exactly. So like, we're probably gonna find like different kids shows to use. So that's the easiest and most obvious.
House of
use.
Cards. For
No,
kids.
we need
Yeah,
to know
House of
what you're
Cards.
embarrassingly behind on watching. Not the strategic.
On Netflix.
Yeah, what
Marco
haven't you watched
Polo.
yet?
Marco Polo for sure. I don't think I've watched Narcos either.
I've heard great things about it.
I stopped watching Orange Is the New Black a while ago. Nothing embarrassing that I haven't totally missed out on. Like when House of Cards came out.
There's like
the
this
latest-
is like a thing though, like Netflix shaming. Oh, how have you not watched that yet?
That's a first world problem, if anything.
I think Stranger Things were in the why haven't you watched that yet with Stranger Things?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
8
definitely-
I don't
episodes.
think there was a
Yeah.
single person on the CNET staff who did not give me hell for that because I did not watch it for like a couple of weeks until after it came out.
It's
really
okay.
good. It's really
was
good.
good.
I love the 80s vibe. I'm sure people will now watch it even more.
I remember
that they can
Scott
offline
Stein
view it.
like cornered me and he goes, "Of all people in this world, Brian Van Gelder should be the one watching Stranger Things. This
I
is a
don't
show that
disagree
you
with
need
that
to watch."
notion. I don't disagree
Sure,
with
yeah.
that at all.
It's an okay show.
Maybe I'll try to watch like more Jessica James. I remember you were
Jessica
talking
Jessica
Jones,
Jones?
you mean?
Jessica Jones. Thank you.
Unless there's another show that I
No.
I'm not going to shame you for that, but I will say I think that's my absolute most favorite.
You were the one
Marvel-
that talked that one up.
Yeah.
And I watched the first couple episodes. I was totally there with you. And then it kind of droned on a little bit. So
It's
I
not the
fell
most
off.
high impact, that's for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
by the time you get through it, it has one of the loudest messages.
Cool. All right. I'll try to get back
It
to
just
that
screams it at you.
So on that note, I have yet to finish Luke Cage, and I
Okay.
hate myself for it because I was really enjoying it and I just got distracted.
So now you have a new opportunity.
Yep.
Let's all right, I'll finish Jessica Jones, you finish Luke Cage, and that will be our future.
I'll get on Iron Fist when it comes out, and then we can be the.
There we go.
What's that?
The Defenders.
Yeah, we can be the defenders.
Sure.
When
Yeah.
does this go into effect?
What the binging?
No, the
downloading?
the offline. When are we seeing?
I thought it was
this?
going on today.
Is it today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
like
right.
now-ish.
All right.
Now-ish.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up the show.
Cool.
We've got stuff to download.
Sounds good. All right, you want to do this or I'll do it?
All
All
right.
right. The 359 podcast is available on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, FeedBurner, Google Play Music, and of course on CNET.com. Thanks for watching.
Of course.
See you
I love
tomorrow.
throwing that in.